Today, we're diving into one of the wildest business stories in China's beverage world, CHAGEE, also known as CHAGEE. This brand went from a small tea shop in 2017 to a multi-billion yuan empire, and may soon become the first Chinese consumer brand in 4 years to IPO in the United States. As of March 25th, CHAGEE officially submitted its IPO prospectus, and the numbers are insane. In just 3 years, CHAGEE scaled its revenue by 24 times, reached $350 million in profit, and opened more than 6,000 stores, all in one of the most brutally competitive markets in the world, China's milk tea scene. So, how did it happen? Let's break it down. The number one reason behind CHAGEE's meteoric rise: product strategy. From 2022 to 2024, CHAGEE made a bold bet on a single idea: that original leaf milk tea, basically a tea latte, would be the future of tea in China. And the bet paid off. Back in 2022, original leaf milk tea made up 79% of the company's total sales. In 2023, that rose to 87%. And by 2024, a whopping 91% of their business came from this single category. Even more astonishing, just 3 core products accounted for 61% of CHAGEE's total revenue. At the heart of it all is their breakout drink, Boya Juexian, a jasmine milk tea that became a national sensation. In 2023 alone, CHAGEE sold 300 million cups. And to date, over 600 million cups have been sold. So what makes this drink so powerful? 3 words: simple, standardized, scalable. Unlike fruit teas, which rely on fresh, seasonal ingredients, cold chain logistics, and complex prep, Boya Juexian is made from just 3 things: tea, milk, and syrup. That's it. This simplicity unlocks major advantages. First, no refrigeration is needed. The ingredients are shelf-stable. Second, the supply chain is streamlined. No imported fruit or unpredictable sourcing. Third, seasonality doesn't matter. This drink is easy to produce year-round. Because of this, CHAGEE's logistics costs are under 1% of total transactions, compared to the industry average of 2%. Its inventory turnover is just 5.3 days, the fastest in the milk tea industry. And CHAGEE takes standardization even further with automated tea machines. Each drink takes just 8 seconds to make. New staff don't need weeks of training. They can literally scan a QR code and start producing drinks on their first day. CHAGEE has turned milk tea into a factory-like production process. And that efficiency is what's allowed them to expand faster, with better consistency, than anyone else. Next up is CHAGEE's franchise model. But it's not your typical setup. Over 90% of CHAGEE's stores are franchised, but the company doesn't just hand out licenses and hope for the best. What they've built is what they call a managed franchise model, and it's been critical in helping them scale fast while keeping profits high. So, how does it work? 1. Standardization at every level. CHAGEE enforces a comprehensive set of standard operating procedures, covering every part of store operations. That includes how ingredients are sourced, how drinks are prepared, how staff are trained, and how customers are served. This level of systemization ensures that every customer, in every city, gets the same CHAGEE experience, right down to the taste and the 8-second tea prep. 2. Strict franchisee selection. Not just anyone can open a CHAGEE, the company has tight entry requirements for franchisees, including strict site selection, which is controlled by CHAGEE's internal team. They pick every location themselves, minimum capital requirements, ensuring franchisees are financially stable, and a requirement for relevant experience in food and beverage operations. If a franchisee can't maintain high standards, CHAGEE steps in. 3. Performance grading and on-site supervision. CHAGEE performs regular inspections across its franchise network, assessing each store on product quality, service delivery, cleanliness and hygiene, customer satisfaction, and legal or regulatory compliance. Stores are graded into 4 tiers. If a store falls into the bottom 2 and fails to improve, CHAGEE dispatches a dedicated operations team to supervise daily activity. If the store still underperforms, CHAGEE has the right to shut it down. 4. Powerful franchise contracts. The contracts are tight. Each franchise agreement is signed for 1 year, and CHAGEE retains full control. They can terminate the contract if a partner violates key terms, like subleasing a location or launching a competing business. CHAGEE also has the right of first offer, meaning if a franchisee wants to shut down, CHAGEE gets first dibs to take over the store. Franchisees are personally liable for any damage to the brand. whether it's a labor dispute, food safety issue, or negative publicity. If the brand is fined or sued because of a franchisee, CHAGEE can pursue compensation directly. This legal structure gives CHAGEE an unusually high level of control, and it's one of the biggest reasons why their franchise network has scaled so cleanly. All that structure and oversight. It's working. In 2024, average monthly revenue per store reached 512,000 RMB. That's about 72,000 USD per store, per month. Store closure rates were extremely low, just 0.5% in 2023 and 1.5% in 2024. Compare that to competitors like Guming, with a 4.5% plus closure rate, or Mixu, which saw over 2.8%. This isn't just expansion, this is profitable, tightly managed expansion. CHAGEE flipped the traditional franchise model on its head by mixing scale with control, and it's paid off. The third pillar of CHAGEE's rise, branding. CHAGEE has positioned itself squarely in the high-end tea market, and it couldn't have picked a better time. According to iResearch, China's made-to-order tea market grew from 102.2 billion RMB in 2019, that's about 14.3 billion USD, to 272.7 billion RMB in 2024, around 38 billion US dollars. And it's expected to hit 426 billion RMB by 2028, roughly 59 billion US dollars, but the premium segment is growing even faster. In 2019, premium tea made up 10.9% of the market. By 2024, it jumped to 25.9%, and by 2028, it's expected to hit 31.7%, or 23.4 billion USD in sales. CHAGEE defines premium as any tea priced 17 RMB or more per cup, or about $2.40 and up. And this is the space they dominate. 1. Premium store strategy. CHAGEE stores are designed with intention. They're typically 60 to 80 square meters. Build-out takes about 1 month per store. Most are located in Tier 1, New Tier 1, and Tier 2 cities, with Shanghai having the most CHAGEE stores nationwide. And locations are picked in high-end shopping malls or commercial centers. From the store design to packaging and presentation, the brand exudes sophistication and quality. 2. Health-forward identity. CHAGEE isn't just premium, it's also health-conscious. Here's what's in their formula. Whole leaf milk tea, no powder shortcuts, 0 trans fats, no non-dairy creamer nutrition transparency, GI index labeling for all products, a curated light choice menu, and even low-caffeine products like the new Qingyan series. The message is simple but powerful. Premium equals clean, real, and healthy. And it's connecting, especially with young urban consumers who are increasingly focused on wellness. 3. Mass marketing, premium feel. While CHAGEE looks like a boutique brand, it doesn't market like one. They've taken a FMCG approach to marketing, investing heavily in brand awareness and equity. In 2023, they spent 262 million RMB, or about 36 million USD. In 2024, they ramped up to 1.1 billion RMB, nearly 154 million US dollars, which accounted for almost 9% of revenue. They're not just pushing discounts, they're building a national brand that feels upscale, but is accessible to the masses. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Let's talk about the cracks beginning to show. 1. Slower same-store growth. As store density increases, performance is cooling. In the fourth quarter of 2024, gross merchandise value per store dropped by 18.4%. In big cities like Beijing and Shanghai, some franchisees saw their monthly sales drop from $140,000 to as low as $49,000 to $84,000 US dollars, and break-even periods, which used to take just a few months, now stretched to 2 or even 3 years. 2. Over-reliance on hero products. With 3 products making up 61% of total revenue, the brand is exposed. What happens if customers get bored? Worse, competitors have already started copying Boya Juexian, including Chabai Dao, Guming, and Xiangpiaopiao. 3. Rising competition and global risk. New challengers are emerging fast. A brand called Jasmine Milk White recently raised over 14 million US dollars, and Grandpa Doesn't Brew Tea has plans to open 5,000 stores by 2025. On top of that, CHAGEE's global ambitions face major risks, like tariffs, political scrutiny, and regulatory challenges, especially in a world that's growing more protectionist. So how does CHAGEE plan to stay ahead? Founder Zhang Junjie has a bold multi-channel vision inspired by the world's biggest beverage giants. Here's how it breaks down. The Starbucks model. Premium tea cafes, like the new CHAGEE, now stores. The Nestlé model. Automated tea machines and capsule systems for home or office use. The Coca-Cola model. Ready-to-drink bottled teas for retail distribution. To support this, CHAGEE is developing a product trilogy, Tea Latte, for mass market appeal. Tea Espresso, a bold pure brew for tea purists. Teapuccino, a foamy, indulgent variation for texture lovers. In short, CHAGEE doesn't want to just sell milk tea. It wants to own the tea experience, in-store, on the go, and at home. CHAGEE's rise is nothing short of a business case study. From one viral product to automated production and now a potential global IPO, it's a story of late mover advantage, tight execution, and relentless focus. But here comes the real test. Can CHAGEE continue innovating fast enough to avoid getting overtaken? Because in China's milk tea world, no drink stays hot forever. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more business breakdowns, and let us know in the comments, will CHAGEE become the Starbucks of tea? Or is this a wave that's already starting to crash? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.